still awake. All right, so our first things first. We have our friends from the IE Toy Store. He's gonna get one more quick signature, and then we're gonna get down to business. I do want to make a quick announcement. We are going to be doing the Q&A for about 15 to 20 minutes, just because we're a little short on time. No worries at all. You guys, we hope you guys still can get your questions in, and we will have a roving microphone that I have right here. Just try to flag us down, and we'll be able to get you that microphone. All right, guys? Now, real quick, my friend Greg from the IE Toy Store, the guy who sold you guys all these tickets, has a quick presentation and a quick gift for Nick and Matt. So at the IE Toy Store, they have what they call their Ceiling of Fame. Every single wrestler who comes and visits us, who comes and visits their store, gets a tile on that ceiling. Well, the Young Bucks are going to get one, and they're also going to get one of their own. Let's take a look. So that's for them, and we want to thank all of you guys for coming out, hanging out with us, coming to meet Nick and Matt, getting your stuff signed. We want to thank Nick, Matt, and the entire Jackson family for coming out and hanging out with us. Huge shout out to Papa Buck for giving us his CD to let us play that throughout the night. And a shout out to Dylan Coburn for coming out and hanging out, signing all of those books for you guys. So, once we get this last signature done, it is going to be up to you guys. So I'm going to leave a mic here for Nick and Matt. And then you guys are just going to flag me down. I'm going to get to you as quickly as I can. I'm going to get to as many people as I possibly can. If I don't get to your question, I am very, very, very sorry. But so many of you showed up that we had to shorten the time just a little bit, which I'm not going to complain about. We're happy to have all of you guys here. So, this is your guys' mic. Just hold me back. You guys know how to use microphones. All right, so we're going to do that Q&A right now. Let's see your hands if you got a question. Da, 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 da.
My best question that I can think of was at Wrestle Kingdom 10, I believe, the Fatal 4-Way for the IWGP Junior belts. What was your guys' best moment and most insane spot you guys had during that match?
Hello? Yes, sir.
We're good.
You know what's funny about that match? That was the first time that I had wrestled with contact lenses in my eyes. And right before we were about to do the Meltzer driver, my left eye contact fell out. And I talked to Matt. I said, Matt, my contact's somewhere on the ring. And Matt goes, I lost my contact too. So we both had one eye. That was good during that match. And I had to do the springboard flip to finish it. And it was pretty scary, but I got through it. But that's pretty much the only thing I can think of about that match. You want to add to that? Or?
Man, I don't really even remember. Hi, Zachary. That's my little son right here. There's this Connor Ellison. They've been here for 5 hours. I'm trying to think of that match. It's hard because we did so many of those 4 corners tags. So they all kind of just like run into each other at this point. It's always fun though whenever you have a group of your friends and you're wrestling in a foreign country and you know, Gato, the booker's pretty much saying, hey, do whatever you want. So Wrestle Kingdom's always been one of my favorite shows of the year. We've done 5 now? 5? Jeez, this will be our 6th. That's crazy. And it's always a highlight. So I can't really, I'm trying to think of one particular moment. Do you have another one?
Was that the same night where it was the AJ's last match? That's right. So the backstage area was crazy at that time because AJ was leaving, Carl Anderson was leaving, Gallows was leaving, Shinsuke was leaving. So they told us to go 12 minutes, and we said, nope, we're going 18 tonight. And that was the time to do it because the backstage was so hectic, and we used it to our advantage, and we had a good match that night. So that was good though.
Anybody else? Let's see those hands. My man right here.
How's it going, guys? Huge fan. You guys knew that. So you guys have been, you guys have caused some ruckus with security here in Ontario Mills. You guys sold out the Sears Center. You guys have been in several Tokyo matches. You guys have won all the tag titles possible. So I just asked, what's next for us fans to look forward to? Hopefully it's not WWE.
We've been hearing that a lot, which is crazy. You would think, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 years ago, everyone would want us to go to the WWE, but nowadays the landscape has changed. And now going there, it's kind of like selling out. And who knows? We'll tell you this, that we've had offers from every major company in wrestling, and we've looked at every offer, and at the end of the day, we're going to choose our family first, and whatever makes our family the happiest is where we're going to go. So who knows?
When I started wrestling, my dream was to, like everybody else, was to wrestle in WWE. And then I became 6 years old and I realized, oh, maybe you don't have to go there. Maybe you can do stuff on your own. You can, be trailblazer, be a pioneer in the business. And I don't know, like I feel like if we went now, a lot of the boys would lose hope, and a lot of not only the boys, the fans. I think we represent carving your own path, doing something new, something fresh. I feel like you don't have to go there anymore. So it feels like whenever we survey the audience, we say, do you want us to go to WWE? It's almost like 80% of you don't want us to go there, and 20% of you are open-minded about it. Like Nick said, we're gonna do what's best for these loud children on the floor over here. And basically, we want to do what's going to change the industry. I'm not in this to be forgotten 20 years from now. I want people to remember the impact we made on professional wrestling. I don't want to just be another guy. So when we say, hey, we're the elite, we want to change the world, we take that seriously. We want to change the world. And if I could tell you everything, I could, but right now I can't, because I have to create some suspense until January 1st when my timer goes off. So we're all gonna have to wait until then. But just stick with us, because you guys will not be, yeah, you won't be disappointed. I'll just put it that way. You're gonna be very, very happy with the decision that we made.
Please don't go.
All right, I've got one question right here.
Hi guys, my name is Justin. I'm a longtime fan from PWG, Ring of Honor, New Japan, name it. So question for you guys, since you guys are brothers and also parents as well. I'm a parent. I have two boys, 3 years old, 10 months, a couple years apart. So since you guys are releasing a kids book, just kind of want to ask you guys, what kind of advice you guys have to, for raising two boys. There'll be a lot of fighting, a lot of highs and lows. So you guys being brothers and you guys being parents yourself, what kind of advice you have for me as far as raising two boys?
Oh man, I'd say that being a parent is the hardest job ever in the world. Like when I go on the road, I'm actually taking a break from it because it's chaotic. I think the biggest thing that I've learned is to just listen to your children and to spend time with them and play with them and just love them and just be there for them, because so many of us are absent and so many of us are sometimes we're physically there but we're not really there. And I make the same mistake, you know what I mean? Like, we're also selfish and we just think about ourselves. So I try to just be there with my kids and to enjoy every moment, because man, it goes by really fast. Your parents tell you that when you're a kid, like, you know, just enjoy being a kid, it goes so fast. And I never understood it. And I had a couple of kids and I'm like, oh my gosh, this really does go by fast. It's really depressing. So just be there for them and love them and support them, because sometimes, you know, us people, we have these wild, crazy dreams and they seem unattainable. But if you have a great support team at home, like we have now with my mom and dad are sitting right here. They've been sitting here for 4 hours. I don't think we would be sitting here today and we wouldn't be the Young Bucks if it wasn't for having the wonderful parents that we have. So anytime I'm trying to measure myself up to being a good parent, I go, well, what would my parents do? Because they're the best parents. So it's really hard to measure yourself up when you have the best parents in the world. It's like, I always think, like, man, I'm a lousy parent compared to my parents. You know, so just be a good parent. Just try your best and just love them. You know, I don't know. You want to add anything to that, Nick?
I was just going to say, ask our wives.
All right, we got time for about 5 more questions, and here you go, man.
First off, thank you guys for everything you've done for wrestling thus far, and whatever you guys decide to do next year, thank you. My question is, I was at All In, and you guys talked about, you know, breaking even, hoping that you can break even for this event. I was there, and this looked like you guys went beyond breaking even. So my question is, did you guys get a sizable return on your investment for All In? Because it looked like a success from my perspective.
Yeah, we made a good amount of money that night. Man, what an event, huh?
Yeah, hell yeah.
I felt something in the air that night. I feel like the fans felt the same way. We've been doing these meet and greets 2 or 3 times a week, and we've been meeting the fans like you, coming up to us and saying, that was the best event I've ever been to. And listen, I've been to WrestleManias, I've been to Royal Rumbles, etc., but nothing touched All In. And you know what, there was a magic in the air. It's hard to explain. Like, when we had our families in the ring at the end with doing the speech at the end, every single person was still in their seats.
I didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
I didn't want to leave.
And you know what, it was such a high that after the event, I've been on a low ever since. But man, what a special night that was. And contractually, we can't really talk about how much money we made, but we did pretty well.
Do you want another one of those shows? That'd be great.
That'd
be fantastic.
Hey, I'll say this. May of 2019, we tried to book the Citizens Bank Arena, but every date was taken. I'll just say that.
All right, I've got another question right here.
That was a perfect segue for my question. My daughter just woke up, but I'll ask mine first. Sorry. Did you guys check if the forum was available Memorial Day weekend?
You guys are trying to get stuff out of us, aren't you?
We already nodded, so I'll take that. My other question, she just woke up, but she's a little shy. She wanted to know if you two growing up fought a lot as kids, because her and her middle brother, he's hiding now. They kind of have that sibling rivalry more than they do with Big Brother.
I'll say this, my 2 front teeth are fake because Matt Super kicked them out.
Yeah, but we were just having a wrestling match in the hotel room. Like, we actually got along really well, and we still do. And it's crazy because we should hate each other. 'Cause, like, most brothers fight a lot, you know, but we just don't. We just get along great. We've been running this family business for years, and it's really bizarre how great we get along, to be honest. And it's always been that way. I think Nick and we have a younger brother, Malachi. They kind of had it out though a little bit. Yeah, and they still kind of do. But yeah, our family's always been close. Oh yeah, my older sister, last night we kind of got in a little bit of a family debate in the living room. It got a little heated. I don't want to get into it, but no, we all get along pretty great. Yeah. Not one, no.
All right, let's see those hands. You right here, my man.
Hello. I was just wondering for Halloween, you guys dressed up as Mario characters. That was pretty cool. Who got to decide who? Was there any like debate? Like, oh, I want to be Mario. No, Kenny, you're Toad. Like,
I told this story earlier. My kids chose that, by the way. The day of my birthday, I was on a road trip. I got home the morning of, and they were throwing a birthday party for me, and they got a special birthday cake for me. I didn't know what it was until I opened it, and I opened the cake, and it was a Luigi cake. And I said, "Why did you guys pick that? I don't even like the Mario Brothers." And my 5-year-old said, "I thought you liked the color green." And that's pretty much how that story stuck.
Well, then I said, grab a camera, I got an idea for a bit. I never stopped writing for BTE, by the way. Like, it's like, ask Dana, she's just like all day long, I'm just zoning out. She's like, what are you doing? Are you writing for BTE again? I said, yes. I'm just having my notepad out, and I'm just typing furiously, because I have this crazy idea. As far as the idea for the costumes, I believe I came up with most of it, and then I had Dana order the costumes, and they slowly came to my house.
We spent over $600 for that match, just so we could be in costume.
Kenny was upset because he wanted to be one of the princesses, and I said, Kenny, they're all small, so they don't fit. He's like, so at the last second, he's like, are you sure I can't fit into that small? I'll squeeze into it, Matt. I said, Kenny, it's not gonna happen. I'm wearing an XL Mario and I'm bursting through the arms.
All right, we've got time for 3 more questions. Let's see those hands. You, my man.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. I'm sorry. This is the first time I've ever been to one of these, so yeah. So, I got a question regarding to the Young Bucks Stand Tall book, which by the way, I was able to read it while I was sitting here. Very good book. I got a question about the particular wrestler that you have, which is Samson Spectacular, is that correct?
Yes.
Is that wrestler based on a wrestler you guys idolized when you were kids?
Yeah, so, first of all, the name Samson is spectacular. Samson was obviously a character in the Bible. I don't know if you have any Bible readers here. So I wanted to have some type of name that came from the Bible. Obviously, he represents a small, masked wrestler. That's Rey Mysterio Jr. When I went to Halloween Havoc 2000 in Las Vegas, and I remember waiting in the casino, and Rey Mysterio walks by, and I hadn't realized how little Rey was. I had no idea, because I was just so naive. And I saw him walk by, and I said, man, that guy's really little, but he was like my hero, you know? So I walked right up to him. I'm actually taller than him, and at the time I'm probably, I don't want to do the math and get it wrong, like 14, 15. And I remember meeting him, and he was such a sweetheart to me, and he said really encouraging words to me. And ever since that day, I mean, Rey was even more of an idol at that point, you know what I mean? Because now I'm like, this is a little guy like me, because I'm an average sized guy, so I met this guy, I'm like, this guy's the greatest. And a big reason why I became a professional wrestler is because of meeting Rey that day and realizing, wow, you know, you don't have to be a big giant to be a professional wrestler, you know what I mean? Especially back then, in those days, it was all about the big guys. Yeah. So meeting Ray was really inspirational for me, and yeah, he's definitely the motivation and inspiration for that character.
All right, we've got time for 2 more questions.
First off, I'd say thank you for all the shirts you guys have designed. You really does them. But I know I'm really excited for the new shirts without all the guns on them and everything. So my main question was there any other names you guys thought of besides the Elite, or was it always the Elite for the new stable?
Marty tried very hard to change it, and I said, why change something that we already have? So pretty much after that, we stuck with the Elite. And Matt is pretty much, oh, are you gonna spoil something? No, I'm gonna show you. We actually have one of the designs if you want to come closer to see. This will be released pretty soon. Exactly. Yeah, we had that issue before. Now, I can spoil that. We're all going to be some sort of animal now. And you can probably guess who the Young Bucks will represent, right? Yeah, show it. What the heck? They might be able to see. I think this come out, what, Black Friday? Oh, we're waiting. Oh, so you're spoiling this. That's all right.
Yeah, we have the end of an era Bullet Club Young Buck shirts that are available at Hot Topic. So we gotta get rid of those before we put out these new boys. And honestly, and I said this in the tweet, I said about that shirt, I said, this is our last one. It's also my favorite. It really is. I love those gold and blue colors. If you're a Bullet Club fan and you're a collector, you gotta get that one. It's my favorite. But yeah, we have these new Elite shirts coming out soon. Hopefully, Taffy over here at Hot Top will be interested in putting those in stores. All right, we're talking to Ryan already. But yeah, like Nick was saying, our motivation for the new shirts is kind of like the Power Rangers. Everybody had their own like symbol and animal, so we're obviously going to be bucks. And Cody's going to be his own dog. So. And Kenny wanted to be a calico cat. So yeah. When he's spending on the strays. Kenny's a very big animal lover, so like we're in the Bahamas, he's just going up and picking up these stray cats and just petting them. I'm like, Kenny, this might have diseases, buddy. Relax.
All right, I've got time for one more question, and I've already been picked.
How was your transition from Generation 8 to Young Bucks?
I'm sorry, from what to Young Bucks?
Generation 8 to
Oh, jeez. Honestly, it was weird at first because I was so used to like being this weird Max Buck character. I don't know if anybody here even remembers that. Okay, there's like 3 of you. Once upon a time in 2010, we wrestled for a company called Impact Wrestling. Back then it was called TNA. And we were called Generation Me. His name was Jeremy Buck, and my name was Max Buck. A lot of you don't remember it. It's perfectly fine because you shouldn't. We were there for a cup of coffee. We had fun. I think, looking back in retrospect now, I realize that we had to go there and kind of fail to realize, hey, this is a tough business, right? And now we learned from failing, and now we're in the position we're in now because of that, And the transition, we literally wore black skater jeans in the ring with like high top shoes. You're gonna have this?
I think it was an easy way to explain it was we went from being uncomfortable to ourselves, and we were pretty much a gimmick that Vince Russo had envisioned, and it wasn't what we wanted to do. The names were terrible. We had to get haircuts that were very weird. We just weren't happy with what we were doing. And from leaving that place to now, it was an easier transition than most people would think, because we just became what we are in real life.
All right, I'm going to do the last question for you guys. I'm going to do the last question. So, pretty simple but pretty difficult. Out of your long careers, what is your favorite moment?
Oh man, that's tough. If I can, like right out of the get-go, I remember, I mean, All In's a good one, but I can't use that. We've talked about All In a lot today. We wrestled in my #1 dream match that I always wanted when I was a kid, and it was a ladder match against the Hardys. I remember standing in the arena after the match, and Matt and Jeff said really nice things about me on the microphone. Said we're the best tag team in the world, and to hear it from those guys is just like wow. And my whole family's in the audience. I actually think about that night a lot. That was probably one of my highlights of my career.
I'll end it with this. My favorite moment will happen in 2019.
All right, guys. Once again, thanks to the greatest tag team in the world, the Young Bucks, for coming out and hanging out with us. The entire Jackson family for coming out and hanging out with us. And last but not least, to all of you guys for coming out and hanging out with us.
It's like jumping off the stage just like that.
I'll make sure to stay back here.
Thank you, everybody. It was a long night. You guys stuck it out. This was awesome. We're from Rancho Cucamonga. We never get to come back home. This is like a homecoming for us. I saw old friends I haven't seen in years, familiar faces, family. This has been an amazing night, and hopefully we can come back and do some more of this stuff. Hopefully, maybe we'll bring back the entire Elite next time we're sitting on this stage. Thanks, everybody.
Have a good night, guys. Thank you so much for coming out.